It was going on YouTube channel. This Tars down again, y'all. And this is the Go Hard or Go Home channel. Alright, y'all. Today's topic. I hate to say it. Black women. The right hand of white supremacy. Okay. Thomas Sotomayor said that junk a lot of years ago. And when I'm hearing this woman right here, because I watch this woman a lot, the Crimson Cure. I'm subscribed to that channel. So I check it out a lot. It's got a lot of stuff in there. And I do reviews on it because, like, shoot, a lot of it I feel, and I think a lot of it is stuff that more black women need to get a hold of. But the right hand of white supremacy. It's the truth. Okay? It's not all of them. There's a vast majority, and a lot of them for reasons that they don't understand, they don't know. She's going to go over a couple of those things in this video. So we're going to watch this, and I'm going to be talking about it along the way. This is going to get a little longer than most other ones, guys, because I'm not just going to be replying. I got some opinions about this. Okay, the main one is that one thing I learned about war when I was in the Army is if you want to destroy something, it was better to do it from the inside. If you could drop pamphlets in there, or you could get women and children to be afraid before you even got there, in most cases the men wasn't going to fight because they was going to be trying to get their family out of there or soothe the woman or whatever. I mean, like, it's like a lot of stuff. A lot of things you can get to people's minds first, you beat them. But black women have been used against black men, and they don't understand how. And the thing of it is for black men, they might have to go on about their business and like do stuff like the passport bros and stuff, do and go out of the country and stuff if you can't get enough of these women. So we're gonna go ahead and look into this. It's a sad thing to do. I don't like it myself, but I'm doing the videos because I think that this is good info that a lot of guys need to get out there, and maybe some women to get a hold of it themselves and maybe start to change. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna let DJ Fish Grease take it over because I know somewhere in there she probably gonna cook the hell out of these broads. But we're gonna see what's gonna go on. But black women, y'all, the right hand of white supremacy. Y'all hit like, subscribe, share, make sure y'all join the journey so we can go ahead and keep talking about this stuff, keep knowing what's going on. I'll tell y'all more about that again in the end. Let's ride with this one.
Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach, and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I have something that's sort of related to live stream I did talking about Nick Fuentes being on Fresh and Fit and black women, a lot of black women, these hyenas that I talk about, the gynocrats are white supremacists. And
wait. I'm starting to think Fresh and Fit might be white supremacists. I don't know why in the world this dude was on their show. But them niggas are the geeks and losers that I've been saying, that maybe that's why. But either way as it goes, loser guys are the right hand of white supremacy also. Loser black men that ain't trying to, that's just doing anything. Let's roll.
One of the prime things that she was called upon to do was to have children for the system in order to support the system of white supremacy from a cultural and especially an environmental basis. Because when we talk about the system of so-called white supremacy, it needs a slave class. It needs a group of people to grind on so that the system can grind them into the ground and stand above them. And black people in America, black men specifically, have typically been the cannon fodder.
Nobody gets to the top in this world without standing on somebody else's back. Okay. Not only why slavery exists, it's why your freaking job exists. All right, your boss stands on your damn back. That company stands on all y'all's backs. the CEO, whoever's at home, bull driving while y'all working, stand on y'all back. So she's right.
So I wanted to show you guys a quick short of a black woman sort of explaining that concept. Now there's language there. You know, she's got a bonnet on, and she's a single mom, and she's telling you from the experience of being the single mom / welfare queen, the reality of the children and that mentality. And I think people really need to hear it. We hear it and we don't hear it. I think it goes into one ear and out of the other. But I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay, before she play that, people know this junk. People know these kids don't need to be living on welfare. They know that they know it. They know it's not enough money to make it. They know you hustling, bull jiving, and all the other good stuff. They know it the whole time. They know this child will live in poverty for their whole life unless that child decides to do something when they get older. It's something that a blind eye has been turned to in most cases. That's my opinion. That's wrong.
Going to share my screen and we are going to take a look at it. Here we go.
This game, you're not ready for it.
We were handed it. But welfare gave us all that we needed to say, fuck that nigga. And then we wonder why we have to return our children to their fathers, which is the prison system. Because the government is your baby daddy. Now give us our son. We fed him through food stamps. We housed him through HUD and Section 8. We the baby daddy. Give us our child. And they get to the point where they come collect. And now we look, and it's a pandemic, and it's an epidemic of melanated men in the prison system. Going back to their daddy, Uncle Sam, who raised them via food stamps and welfare and Section 8. And if we don't do something about it, we'll just continue to perpetuate the cycle.
Let me stop her real quick right there.
And I don't talk.
This is the reason why, in my opinion, a lot of police officers, stuff like that, don't got respect for black guys. They think you just grew up on damn welfare and all the other good shit, so you really a ward of the state anyway. I think this woman has a point. Okay? But I'd be shocking the hell out of their ass and I'd be like, yeah, I got my license. I got this right here. You know, I live on this side of town. When they see my address now, okay, they let me go. Now I'm in my town, Now in other places may not be so, but they can tell from where I live at my address. I've gotten away from it. I walked away from it. There's been times if they would search my car to have some weed or something, that they could have took me to jail, but they let me go. But the thing of it is this right here that she's saying resonates with me because a lot of times when you black and people just think you feel to be broke, you ain't got nothing. But it's because a lot of people are growing up and living in this type of not society but environment that she's talking about right now. Let's let her roll.
Talk about what I don't know about. Cause shit, I got jammed up because after my life changed, I didn't want to let the motherfucking system go when I didn't need it anymore.
There's another thing she's talking about that I want to go over. A lot of women that get on this system get addicted to it. I've been trying to date. It's been some black girls that I tried talking to, but they were never gonna let go of that welfare. And in order to let go of that, in order for them to never let go of that welfare, they couldn't be with me. You heard that, right? She because I wasn't gonna be poor and broke and sleep on her couch so she can get food stamps. I don't get plenty of money. I always ain't got money. You always do. I need to have something for me. You know what I'm saying? But in order for her to keep that, she could not keep me. And that's just their rule anyway. That's just the rules of the government anyway. That's what I'm saying. It's white supremacy. It's the right hand of white supremacy, but they don't even understand they doing it. They do understand. This woman understood, but I don't know what they're going to do about it. Let's see what's going to happen with this, because maybe there's going to be something that can be done about this stuff.
And I got fucked up behind keeping an apartment, keeping a Section 8 apartment, thinking to myself, if I was ever to be homeless again, me and my baby's gonna always have somewhere to go. And the motherfucker reported me to welfare. I got real fucked up behind that shit. I don't talk about what I don't know about, baby. I'm a single mama. Didn't create welfare.
I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing. So she's just stating facts, and she's doing it from the perspective of the single mother who says she got caught up in the whole shebang, whole system.
Yeah.
If the system is the baby daddies of black children, she's his woman. Okay? This is why I said in the live stream that I did about the Nick Fuentes situation. That's their man. They agree with their man.
Mm-hmm.
The deal was to hand the children over to the system. And this is what she said. We told the men to go. The government had given us everything that we needed to tell those dudes that they could kick rocks.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like 70 years ago, really.
Yeah.
And black women have perpetuated the mindset, even if she's not necessarily a welfare queen. What she has done was still perpetuate the mindset to girls that you don't need a man,
Mm-hmm.
and sending the boys to the system. That system is still going, regardless of the fact of whether or not a lot of black women are welfare queens. I would say it's not as many as it used to be that's generationally just on welfare, although it's quite a few.
Still big, yeah.
Quite a few on Section 8, because when Section 8 stopped, a lot of black women were getting evicted, especially after the pandemic was over,
Yeah.
and after those moratoriums were over. We've got a lot of black women who know how to game the system, but the system isn't doing it anymore, going into the shelter. And if you go into a woman's shelter, you sign up on the waiting list for Section 8 and you get bumped to the top because your situation is considered to be an emergency. And we've got women sitting in women's shelters with Section 8 vouchers that were actually given. But then we've got real estate companies and landlords that are not taking the vouchers.
Mm-hmm.
We've got cut.
Because here's the thing. That Section 8 shit is one of the things I'm thinking about because I'm thinking about real estate myself. The Section 8 junk, what you see, the thing is I learned about it is you put them people in the houses, yeah, you get that money from the government, but the government's not going to take care of that house. And you got to take care of that. And most of them people will trash that place. They're going to have guys there. There's going to be all kinds of junk. And it puts stuff on the person as the person that's got the Section 8 stuff. So realtors and stuff don't want to take it no more. But what? If this woman lives here, she ain't paying, you know what I'm saying? I get a little bit of money, but she trashed the place. I got to pretty much use all of it to fix it back up when she got. And I'm probably going to have to get rid of her sooner or later. We're going to keep rolling with this one, though. The right hand of white supremacy, bro. That's what I'm saying. All the stuff she's saying is the right, it's the truth. It is the truth.
Okay, that states are doing in their budget that is limiting food stamps and EBT and SNAP benefits and TAMP benefits. These are the things that a lot of black women are using to get by.
Well, the reason why the government is doing that is because they're going to activate that workforce. That workforce, she just got somebody that's been built. They're going to activate it. They take your food stamps, your welfare, all your shit. You finna work for them in one or two ways. Either A, gonna go get you a job. Or B, you're gonna do something stupid, some criminal shit, trying to get money, and you're gonna go to jail and work for them that way. It ain't no game. It ain't no game. But let's see what the rest of the sister got to say.
This is why she can have 3, 4, 5 kids, don't get married to the fathers of those children, and still will call herself not needing him, because the children do have a father who's in their lives every day, and it's Zaddy. So this is why I speak about single motherhood the way that I do. It's not just the appearance value of single motherhood. It is the intrinsic and interwoven mindset with between single motherhood and its service to white supremacy. How it serves a detrimental system, a system that is meant to crush us.
Yeah.
And Black women actually celebrate single motherhood.
Mm-hmm.
When we talk about being wives, they down that, oh, I don't have to be a wife in order to be a mother. You don't. But why would you do that? Because there's already a deal on the table. It doesn't include joining forces with Black men and becoming strong nuclear families. That works against white supremacy.
It does.
And these gynocrats are not going to work against a white.
This is the reason why. It's like when you got women like that Cynthia G is always talking about, well, Black men didn't try to do anything. No, there was a Black Wall Street out in Oklahoma. There was a Black Wall Street. They built their own Wall Street. They bombed the hell out of that. White people bombed the hell out of that. Because if you build up any kind of family or any kind of structure, you're going to start to build a society. If you start to build a society, you don't work for everybody else no more. You start to have your own junk. It's like the Asians. They all got their own stuff. The Hispanics all got their own stuff. They need a job, they go to their own kind. But if you ever get a society, you're going to be able to do that. If you don't have a society, you can't do that. So you work for everybody else, which is what's going on in America. The Black people work for everybody else and not getting shit and spending the most money. And it started with the women with stuff like this right here that she's talking about. I heard guys say it before, man. This junk is the right hand of white supremacy. I'm going to keep saying it. I'm going to say it again at the end of the video. Let's keep rolling. Y'all don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share. I need those things. I'm trying to get to 650 subscribers. Help me out. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate it. I appreciate everybody that got me this far. Let's roll.
White supremacy, because that is the sucker. Mm-hmm. That is the sustenance for them. This is why we shouldn't be surprised at a whole circle of bed wenches kikiing it up with Nick Fuentes, because they share his sentiment.
Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? It is why you shouldn't be. You should expect to hear women like Cynthia G saying, white men are the dominant group, or white men are the best ones. She does that. She does that. They're the best thing for Black women. They're the best thing. There's this and that, because it's the right hand of white supremacy. Cynthia G directly is one of the right hands of white supremacy. But let's roll.
Especially when it comes to Black people. They twerked on them because that's always been the bed wench's bargaining chip between herself and white supremacy, is her sex.
Yeah.
Because her womb serves him not by having his children, but by having Black men's children to be crushed by the system and fed to the system. That's how her womb serves white supremacy. We talked about Planned Parenthood and it being ran by Margaret Sanger, who was a known eugenicist. That's just a cute word for white supremacists who focus on population and depopulation or population control of the so-called slave class, utilizing the seeking of biological control, utilizing culture and environment. I know sometimes y'all look for me to be going on, but we have to come away sometimes from the emotion and get to the education piece. Okay?
Yeah.
So Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your host, the Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.
All right, y'all. Hey, y'all do those things for the sister. I already subscribe. Y'all subscribe to me if y'all gonna do that or whatnot. Like, subscribe, share, that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because she telling the truth. And at some point, you got to start looking at this from a thinking point of view instead of just going off all the time. You really do got to think about that. All right? Black women been the right hand of white supremacy for a long time, y'all. A long time. There's only a few, it's some of them that's not. But the majority of them, And there's a lot of them on that divestors stuff. There's a lot of them on this thing that she was talking about. And the welfare, and being in the system itself, that's part of it too. That's why a lot of black women talk about their options for dating. Black guys' options for dating are super freaking low when you're dating black women. Your chance is so high of getting one of these type of broads you talking about that it's almost smarter to just go somewhere else. It's almost smarter. That's why it happens. I don't know what these women are gonna plan to do about that, but she just went over all the facts, and there ain't nothing wrong. You can't call cap on none of that junk she was talking about. And if you're a black man, you probably have seen this junk the majority of your life. I know I have. These women are the right hand of white supremacy, while claiming to want to beat it. But you can't beat it if you want to be part of it. That's what I don't understand about the black female divestors. I got a couple of videos talking about them. They hate their mamas. Got to. Hate the other women that came before them. They got to. You can't want to be part of this stuff. That if you divest, you're trying to be part of something that you're not even part of, and you ain't never gonna be part of. But that's what I think about it. Hey, y'all hit like, subscribe, and share, man. Drop that in there for me. And but I'm finna be out of here on this because the sister, she kind of put it out there, and it's the truth. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these black women are the right hand of white supremacy. Hopefully they can all change. A lot of them can change, but if that's not the case, guys, y'all gonna have to know better. And you just learn a little bit better today. This has been Taurus Down, and y'all don't forget that like, subscribe, share. I'm out of here on this one. Y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about it. About black women being the right hand of white supremacy. Let me know what y'all think about it. I'm out of here on this one, y'all. Peace.